Na na na. Do, 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 do. Gotta test the audio, gotta test the audio. This all looks in order, but maybe I'm too loud. Let's check that. No, 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 no. No, I'm not too loud. Beautiful. Let me do some quick adjustments. Do, 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 do. Okay, now to find a good position for this microphone so that it's not blocking the screen. How do Let's Players do this? I'd really like to know. I guess I'm just stupid, but I'd really like to know how Let's Players do this, like positioning their microphone without blocking their screen. Stay in your place, Mike. Okay, now windshield in front of it. Beautiful. Okay, this could work. This all looks in order. Yes. Okay, let's close that. And let's still wait a little bit. Na 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 na. Yes, vocode all the things, but today we're gonna serum all the things, because this is a beautiful plugin, and I think I'll try to make this track completely only using serum and drum samples. Like that's the task for today. This is such a beautiful thing. And I don't even have any effects on this sound here. So I have a plan for today, but I'm gonna unveil it in a moment. So let's just wait a little bit till everybody's here, sort of, because I just posted about this, so this is still just 10 minutes, then we will officially start with something that I randomly decided that I'd do today. I bound most of the things here to my modulation wheel, so I can like play with this. Yeah. Let me just check Twitter and Facebook. Yes, I can highly recommend this VST plugin to any of you, even though it still has a bunch of things that need to be fixed. But I guess they'll do that. Even though speaking of them would be wrong in this place, because I think it was Steve Duda who made this plugin pretty much all by himself over the course of several years. So I guess he'll fix and add a few things, because there are some certain things that that I noticed. For example, it's like in Massive, you can modulate everything with an LFO or an envelope. Or one of these macro knobs here, pretty much like in Massive, and then you have these modulation lines here. So you see how this knob is moving if you modulate it with anything. But the problem is, as soon as you put something on something here, like you see, I can't modulate this button because this number here next to the mod indicates how much things, yeah. There you see the destinations of the mod wheel. It's already modulating 14 things, and as soon as you start to modulate stuff, it's listed up in this modulation matrix here, which is a great thing. You see these beautiful blue lines which look like a swarm of like alien fish. swimming through the ocean. Yeah, pretty much. And you can do some micromanagement here, but the problem is this list is finite. So I think this has 14 or 15 slots, and then that's it. Or 16, I think it's 16, and that is really bad because I'm running out of modulation slots really fast. I think for the average user it's not that bad, but I wish for more modulation slots. Like, this should just be empty, and as soon as you modulate something like it should just appear here, and this list should go to 100 or something, like, or 50. 50 is okay, 100 would be even better, or 64 if you're going by the power of 2, because like I think like everything's by the power of 2 here, like 16 slots, so 64 would be great. But I guess he will fix that, because many people talked about that. And one thing that I wish for is a little gate on the output, because if you're using this compressor here in its OTT setting, which is a great feature, I love that. You sometimes get some noise left, because yeah, if you put this on a crazy setting, you'll get some weird noise. But everything else about this synth is just gorgeous. So what I wanted to do today is the following thing. I listened to the new Must Die album, which is great, and I thought that the track Together could absolutely use drum and bass bootleg. So I kind of want to make a neuro-funky like drum and bass bootleg of this. Just using Serum for the bass sounds, some drums here, and pretty much that's it. Like, we have the original track here. For the sake of copyright, I won't play the whole track, and I put a light bit crusher on this, so the quality is a bit reduced. So I hope, and I always talk anyway, so nobody can rip that song from the stream. That's what I just wanna make sure. So and I kind of want to keep the song in the structure it already has, but the track itself, like at the drop, I want to go full drum and bass and bring in this lead melody it has, like this da 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 da. Where is it here? I want to bring that in with a different synth, and maybe just switch to the original track for very short moments during the drop, but like making the drop almost completely with new sounds. And in the beginning, like, the intro should pretty much stay the same. I already made 2 bass sounds here to just give the atmosphere, to have some. Hi Ramzoid, nice to see you here. These are quite quiet. I think we can turn them up a little bit more. I made a group for all my bass sounds, so all the serums are going into that group. These should do the same thing. Let's send them there. So I imported some of my wavetables into Serum, like made some custom wavetables. Like this guy, for example, I got some self-made wavetables here, and like that is the greatest feature of this plugin. The fact that you can make your own wavetables. It comes with a variety of different stuff, which are already great. I also got all the massive wavetables in here. Many thanks to Akira Complex for that, because he put a download up with all the massive wavetables. So you got AI in here. Which is just great, because AI on bent minus is just the thing. And I haven't even, there are no effects on this yet, so there is still vocodecs to add. And in the filter section here, we have a high pass plus a peak, like a combination of a high pass. Is like here, the mix of this whole filter section is slowly fading in as I turn my modulation wheel upwards. And then these 2 filter peaks, the one from the bottom, that's the high pass, and the other one is the peak. They're both going towards each other, kind of shaping that. vowel filter thing. I think like that's one of the filters that creates a vowel sound as best as possible, like this formant sound. In the miscellaneous section we have 3 formant filters, which are great, but I don't like them that much for this kind of sound. They're better for like Daft Punky leads that need a vocally sound. Hey VR, have you ever thought about recording these videos and posting them on YouTube? Yes, but I think I'd have to make a second YouTube channel for this or something, because these are always so improvised and so long. Like, usually a stream goes on for, like, we had streams for 4 to 6 hours. I don't want people to endure that again on YouTube. It would be the worst, because this is also improvised and random. Also, people don't see the chat. I'd have to fix that, so that'd be confusing, I think. Yes, I enable my past broadcasts. You should be able to watch my my past stuff. So, back to this thing. It comes with a variety of wavetables, also some like the basic stuff, like this is called basic shapes, and you can switch through them, like the usual analog stuff. You have two different view methods here. So you can either just look at the wave shape itself, which has the plus side that if you transform it with any of these things here, of these options, then you automatically see what happens to that wave. Like this is the bend minus mode, which also is available in massive. Some people may know it from there, and if you bend minus something, you see what kind of happens. So if we load in something that's quite complex, like this guy, you see that it kind of bends actually the whole thing, like from the inside. This is all going to the side, and bend plus pretty much does the same thing, but the other way around. So here you kind of get an understanding for what happens to your wave, especially when with the sync. Like everybody knows that basic sync sound. Like if you, let me just make an initial preset. Like if you have this saw and then you go. And now you can actually see what happens here. I highly enjoy that. And there are many different options here, so this is great. This is a little bit softer because it smooths the edges, and this smooths even more. I love that. And all the other things here are pretty much beautifully visualized as well. Like here we got the bend modes and the asymmetric modes, like this shoves parts of this to the side. So the pulse width modulation, this is a great thing. We have this wave, and this kind of shoves everything to the side and creates a nice, just like the sync, like it's kind of the same sound, like as if you'd use the sync option. But I like it much more. Yeah, makes most sense if you use it on a square wave. I saw people making like a detuned bass, not by detuning the actual sound, like making a stack of voices and detuning that, but using this pulse width by automating this, and then you can kind of get sort of a detune going on there. Yeah, kind of sounds as if you had like 3 or 4 saw waves and detuned them and played them all at the same time. Kind of creates the same sound. Okay, so I really like this kind of scientific approach on this. Like you can see what happens to the waves, and especially if you have a big wavetable, like in Massive. In Massive you can't see them. I don't think it's that important, but it's really nice. Because here you see what wave is being played at the moment and what the wavetable looks like. Like in Massive, for example, the additive wavetables make a lot of sense because they're adding overtones, and here you can beautifully see that. Or I think some of the Massive ones are. Which ones are them? Are they additive mix? Was it that one? Kind of adds more overtones over time, and you can see that displayed here. Very nice. I really enjoy this view, and the good thing is you can import your own sounds. So I already imported some self-made ones, like this. I think I should play deeper. So here's this tiny symbol, and if you click it, you are in some kind of editing mode for the wavetable. And down here you see all the different frames of that wavetable. You can move between them. So to like this is a little bit much at once, and it was a little bit much at once for me too. Like when I saw this for the first time, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But this is very easy. Like if you want to make your own sound, just make an initial preset and then import. The first thing you should go to import something. Like there are many different import options here, like different algorithms, how the wave sound. You can only import wave sounds, you cannot import MP3s, how it is supposed to be treated. And I think my favorite is the recent with 124, I don't know what. 1024 something, and I like to import like short bass hits or something. I think those work the best. But you can also import whole songs. You can import voice samples, drums, whatever. Everything makes a great result because they make so many different sounds. I'm gonna take a bass hit from my upcoming sample pack on total samples. Like here, I got some growls sounding like, oh yeah, let's take some of these weird ones. Like let's listen to this guy. I think that'd be a good choice. Don't crash on me, Explorer. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's take that one. So what happens is it creates these waveforms. Like it splits it into equally sized sounds. Let me just go through this wavetable with my mod wheel. So as you notice, this is like jumping from one wave to the next, like from one of these frames to the next frame. Sounds cool already. If that's the style you want to go for, perfect. But you may want to smooth that out. So here you got at first I want to remove these last three ones because they're like they're non-existent, or as also these two, like they're very bad. So we go in the add and remove multi-selection. So we remove that selected one. And also those last. Yeah, let's take those last four. So those are removed. And then we can just click, oh, the first one is the first one. Okay, no, I want to remove that as well. So is there another silent one in here that I really want to remove? I'll just keep it that way. Maybe it makes a nice effect. So now we click on morph, and we morph. We click on morph spectral. Now what happens is it creates frames between the frames at a maximum frame count of 265 frames, like the maximum number of frames here. And when I now move my modulation wheel, we might notice that. See it. This has gotten way smoother. This got additional frames. Sounds great already, and there are no effects on this and no bend minus, because bend minus is the thing to put on graph. So this might be a little much, like quite a lot going on, so I either just want to move the mod wheel very slowly, or I can like delete half of this and then do the morph thing again, so I just have a few frames and morph between them. Let me show you that, because that's quite useful as well. Like I just want these first 8 frames, gonna select all the others, say I want to remove them. Now I have those first and can beautifully morph between those. And here you see like these bright green lines. Those are the 8 tables that are left, and the rest is this faint cloth-like thing. Is the morph between those. I enjoy this high-pitched screech in that because on bend minus it's gonna sound beautiful. Now we can even modulate that knob as well. Notice that any modulation on this won't be shown in this view, because that would be crazy. Like, that would kill your processor, I think. Maybe the other way around, like, let's go from the back to the front. Yeah, that works really nicely. And down here you have an undo button, because I want to go back to that previous setting. So let's go back to my previous one. And I want to delete the first bunch, because those weren't that nice, actually. Remove those, morph again, and then we can, even before we morph, we can normalize them all, so every frame like goes to 100% somewhere. We can remove the DC offset, so it moves them to 0 phase, and we can fade the edges a tiny bit just for good measure, and then morph again and have a beautiful wavetable. I wanna move this. Yes, beautiful. Maybe make this just a short section. Oh yeah, the bend is still active. And now search for a good place, and maybe do some pitch modulation down here as well. So do something like... Beautiful, but that sounds still dry and not that impressive. Though it does a nice ooh there. So now we can take this filter over here, and I'm going to choose my favorite setting in the multi section, the high pass plus where is it? High pass plus the is it that one? I think that is the one. Yes, plus the peak. Oh, that's some garbage on this. I think that's a tiny bug. Can you read this? I think it says frequency, but the top layer pixels are distorted. Doesn't matter. So I wanna kind of fade this in as I move my mod wheel up. So let's modulate that. And now let's find a nice vowel-y place here. Yeah, maybe that. Yes, and now I want to move the cutoff. This should go up. And the other one should go down. I mean, maybe that's a little bit... That was a bit too high. This is better. Let's find a better position. Oh, that's sick. Beautiful. And now let's go... Oh no, another thing. You might want to add a sub to your sound, and in this plugin you have the beautiful feature to route your sub directly to the output. Like, if you put any effects on this, or if you have the filtering here, it doesn't matter. Like, this wave goes just straight out of this thing. So this adds a nice sub to everything. And I may want to modulate this as well. And maybe also the loudness. No, not that much. Beautiful. Whoa. So we can put some effects on this, like this hyper dimension thing. The dimension thing is just like the dimension expander and massive. Just pretty much the same thing. I love that he put that in. Because it can give your monophonic sound a nice stereo image. Speaking of monophonic, here you have, like, this is the voices count, beautifully displayed. And you can change the detune here. And blend between an undetuned voice and the other detuned voices here. I find that very useful, especially for like neuro kind of bass sounds. So we are definitely gonna use that today. Now we're gonna, like, if we're gonna do like a neuro drum and bass kind of sound, we're gonna need a phaser on this. So what I like most about this phaser here is that you can turn down the rate, and then just like in Harmor, modulate the depth and the frequency by yourself. So we want to do that ourselves, or have that done by an LFO. Yeah, but yeah, as you might hear, detune makes this sound quite weak. Works better on if you have a plug, a lead sound or something like that. So let's turn down the voices back to 1. Much better already. And then we can add a compressor here, which has a beautiful multi-band option. And anyone who uses Ableton should recognize this. Still sounds kind of... Still sounds kind of chorus heavy. Oh yeah, that's this hyper option here. Like that's just like this voices, but like for everything. It may be like an intelligent chorus or something. You can detune as well. Have some kind of slight vibrato rate or something. Let's just mix that in very slightly. Oh yeah, without it now, this huge stack sounds a little bit better again. Beautiful. Yeah, wait, doesn't do this. Oh, I turned it off here. Beautiful, but okay, back to the original sound. So, and now the last thing to do would be to add some effects. And I made an effect chain already called Fat Serum Chain, containing a bunch of different things. Also vocodecs, and this kind of fattens the thing up all the way. Get that space laces kind of dizziness. Yeah. Beautiful. Maybe we can even use that for right now, like for this bootleg. Why not? Let's keep that saved. Last serum is still unused. I can show you some of my presets that I made. What we got here? These are called Spoos Losers, so you might know what these are aimed at. They don't work without their effects, because I made them while the effects were active. I'm even mixing in some noise here. You got a big collection of noises, also attack noises.